Chris Jericho is bound for a WWE return. We have the details. We have new WWE World Tag Team Champions, bad injury news for Dirty Dominik Mysterio, and Cerro Mero. Yes, Penta is back. It's all of that and more in the Sportskeeda Wrestling News. Get in the comments below. That's right, we have new WWE World Tag Team Champions. Banger alert! What an amazing match. Jimmy and Jay, they teased a little bit of dissension in a backstage segment earlier on in the night on Raw, but that was a main event. I think way too many times in WWE we sleep on what the tag teams can do in terms of just phenomenal over-the-top matches. They take the titles from AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. It was a certified banger. I will say that. That is one of the best Monday Night Raw matches I've seen in the past month or so, for sure. And I thought maybe we would see a heel turn. I was even texting back and forth with some people during the show. So, maybe they do the heel turn. But this is another delay to that. And I do think the Usos work as a tag team. They're one of the best tag teams of the past 10 years. They headlined to WrestleMania. Does this mean they'll do it again? And what does this mean for Jimmy and Jay? Are we still going to get that Jay heel turn? Let me know. Comments below. Cerro Mero. Yeah, that's right. Penta is back, making a big surprise return to save the day for another mass luchador in Rey Mysterio, as he was dealing with the Vision, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory on Monday Night Raw. He's been on the shelf with that separated shoulder that took him out of the Last Time Is Now tournament, and since then, it's been touch and go. He even had to be pulled from a AAA show just about a few weeks ago, where he was supposed to tag team with his brother Rey Fenix, reforming the Lucha Brothers for the first time since they left AEW, but that didn't happen because of this untimely shoulder injury. Everyone's having shoulder injuries. Dirty Dom has one. Seth Rollins has one. They're all touch and go. I've separated my shoulder before. It is not fun. Not fun tying your shoes with one hand. Not ideal. But he can still drop the Cerro Mero on him. And I do think you're going to have some big things from him in 2026. Maybe something that gets him away from the tag team picture. I think him as a solo superstar is the way to go. What do you think? Let us know. Jericho, is he bound for WWE? It seems like it. Yeah, let's go there again. Yes, again. Chris Jericho back in WWE. It seems like everything is pointing in that direction after it appears that his AEW contract will come up on December 31st. This is being reported by Wrestling Intel's Alex McCarthy, reliable source on that. Tip of the cap to you, Alex. He reports that it appears that he is just all but done. It's a formality that he'll be out of a contract with AEW on the 31st. The plans for him to come into WWE sooner rather than later. Now, most people would think that that would be like a month from now, Royal Rumble, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Maybe he's going to be there, but will that be the return? And Jericho understands how to do returns. He's done them probably louder and bigger than most people in wrestling with a lot of oomph. We haven't seen any clues or indications that he's coming back to WWE. There's no vignettes. There's nothing like that. Obviously, it's a lot of chatter. But this report also states he could be back as soon as January 5th. January 5th, WWE Raw in Brooklyn, the Netflix anniversary. If you're Netflix, you get a big name like Chris Jericho doing a big return in the largest media market in the country, and it's Chris Jericho. Kind of seems interesting. Now, where do you put Jericho in the card? Who does he tangle with? Who does he have that return segment with? Who's he cutting that promo on? Let me know in the comments below. News about Jacob Fatu. Let's get into it. Yeah, Jacob Fatu has been on the shelf with health issues, some reported dental surgery that was pretty serious that kept him out of action. He was written off of TV after being attacked backstage by Drew McIntyre months ago. He was supposed to have a huge 2025, and he did, but, being on the shelf certainly is going to, cool that momentum down. But apparently, sources within WWE, reportedly, thanks to bodyslam.net, are saying that he is set to have a massive 2026. Considering the live reactions that Jacob got, I can agree with that. The common fan, the casual fan, the fan that's not right here, constantly on YouTube like you and I are, no, they're into him. You and I are into him. So when you have that cross-aisle wrestler that the casual fan and the diehard fan can be like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? I'm trying to nail the catchphrase there. But Jacob Fatu can have a very, very appealing interest. He passed that, what's the term? Oh, yeah, the airport test. You see that guy walking, you go, ooh, who's that guy? And Jacob has that element. He was seen recently at a college football game looking like he was in good spirits. Now, once he's back in the ring, I feel bad for anyone else who's got to take that big body splash, right? Maybe he shows up at the Royal Rumble. Seems like a right place for him to pop in. Dirty Dominik Mysterio. The unfortunate update we got from him is not good. Yeah, earlier reports in the day said that they were kind of cautious, an injury scare, after he took a nasty bump on a DDT at a big AAA show where he is their star. He is the big star, the big acquisition of WWE taking in AAA. They make him the main guy of it. And unfortunately, an injury at the wrong time after he just got this big win off John Cena in November. I was thinking 2026 would be his year, but who knows? Finn Balor of the Judgment Day, his faction, Dirty Dom's faction, saying that he is injured and out indefinitely. Now, Finn Balor said he is going to bring gold back to the Judgment Day. Interesting. Finn Balor, could he have a big 2026? Are we going to have that issue? Are we going to get Dirty Dom versus Finn Balor? Could that happen when Dom is back in the picture? Kevin Nash had a lot to say about CM Punk, and it got the internet talking. Kevin Nash on his Click This podcast said the following: I watched CM Punk, in the main event of last Monday. If you're the world champ of WWE and you're in a t-shirt, you're wrestling in a t-shirt, ouch. His punches looked really slow. He looked slow. I think it's time for him. He's done. Now, this is a Kevin Nash who's highly, highly removed from the in-ring wrestling world, but obviously suffered injuries of his own. Some saying, maybe you were in the ring too long. I heard the internet chatter about this. And obviously some other people saying they're defending Punk, and other people saying, no, he washed. That's such a played out term. The term washed is very played out. I think Punk is not going to wrestle the same way he did 10 years ago, or over 10 years ago, or the same way he did in 2013, the same way he did in the early 2000s and, Ring of Honor and stuff like that. You're not going to see the same guy. I think he's doing Terry Funk stuff. He's wrestling around different things that maybe I can't do that move the same way I did before. He's a hell of a personality. He still gets a great reaction. Fans are certainly still invested in him. I know there's a big youth movement in WWE, and I think he's a part of that, even though he's 47. I do think he's the guy who's going to help get those guys over. Now, does that happen with Braun Breaker? I thought they had a hell of a promo this week on Monday Night Raw. Him and Braun were going back and forth, playing on that generational stuff. Him declaring, I'm not ready to let it go. Does he lose the world title to Braun Breaker? I want to know your prediction. Come on, let me know. It's 50-50. For me, I feel it could go either way.